the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the field is starting to roll out. Let's go ahead and go through tonight's starting lineup on the inside of row number 1 with a quick time of 52.095. That is none other than Kody Neagles. To the outside, the 12 of Zach Freis. Row number 2, Gabe Butler in the 88 and Vicente Guerrero in the 14. Row 3, Eric Laurie in the 071 and the 62 of Les Levy. Row number 4, John Guerrero in the 59 and Anthony English in the 44. Row number 5, going to be Peter deBorja in the 40 and Kevin Freis in the 25. Row 6, Jimmy Reynolds in the 17 and Richard Kuhn in the 47. Row number 7, Zach Workman in the 19 and Dave Hunt in the 53. Jeff Crosby Jr. and Nate Warren make up row 8. Row 9, Dustin Logston and Josh Ball. Row number 10, Shawn Stevens and Robert Morrison. Matt Wagner, Mark Mann for row number 11. Row 12, Richard Sanchez and the illustrious Dan Harrington. In our final 3 spots here tonight, Adam Kilday, Brian Wang, and Rick Seabrands rounding out the field for this one tonight. So as the field makes its way across 3 and 4, the 6 of Kody Neagles and the 12 of Zach Workman, or I'm sorry, of Zach Freis. Oh, I'm gonna pay for that one later. Oof. Pace truck onto the front stretch. Down and away. Neagles, Freis, here we go for the first time tonight. Green flag is out. We are underway for race chase number 3. Zach with a good jump on the outside into turns 1 and 2, but Kody gonna have the momentum through the bottom lane. The 6 powering up off the corner, and he has some help from the 88 of Gabe Butler. Butler staying very committed to that back bumper. That is keeping the 12 of Zach Freis stuck to the high side as we continue to gain speed through 3 and 4. Freis in the 12, hanging tough. So far, everyone away cleanly. And our first lap done and in the books, and give it to Kody Neagles in the 6. Starting to see a third lane try to develop. Kevin Freis in the 25. Put his truck high, wide, and handsome. Les Levy in the 62, gonna try and join him up there. Speaking of Les, let's go ahead and look at what happened last week. Our race last week at Talladega was won. That did not get updated. Les Levy won the race last week. That stinks. So Les Levy picked up the win last week, and now here he is. Oh, and Les is gonna get turned. Tried to drop down before it was ready. And the 62 goes around. Yellow flag comes out. Richard Kuhn involved. Several trucks getting caught up. And I blame OP Racing for that one because they did not give me the right graphic. And the moment we put that up, it all went south for Les. So Les, just saying, not my fault. I can only do what OP gives me, and that's what they gave me, and it's incorrect. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Not my fault. So yellow flag is out. Let's go ahead and take a look at how this went wrong for the 62. He was in the third lane trying to come down to the bottom. Already spinning there. We can back this up just a little bit further. So Les, looks like maybe a bit of a bump from the 25, because that was a sharp move out of the 62. Go off the nose of the 25. No, I don't think the 25 gave him that bump. Maybe just a classic example of one driver going up, one driver coming down. So while we looked at that, drivers came down pit road, and the race has been won off of pit lane by the 88 of Gabe Butler. But Butler did not hit his pit box. So Kody in the 6 is the first one off who made a pit stop. So a tough start for the 62 of Les Levy, who did win last week's race. And now, since that graphic is wrong, I have to go back and I have to make sure that everything else I've looked at is correct. And it is not. So none of my graphics here are up to date. Stinks. All right, so Kevin Freis comes into tonight as our point leader, 2 points over Kody Neagles. That's gonna change everything. Like all on my write-up. Like, oh my gosh. Come on, OP. Like, I'm the one that's supposed to be lazy, not you guys. If both of us are lazy, then we have what's going on right here. Oh, man. All right, so none of my graphics are going to work. So if you give me just a minute, it's not going to be the best or most ideal, but I'm going to try and make something for you guys. So we're going to step away for a quick break. No one go anywhere. Be right back.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker, the future is feeling.
Green flag out once again. Kody Neagles, Kevin Freis leading the charge into turn number one as our first caution of the night is done and over with. A lot of trucks hit pit road to try and hammer out some damage. Despite all of that, we are still with 27 trucks on the lead lap. Adam Kilday in the 85 right now at the tail end of the field. Les Levy, who went for the big spin, does find himself at the back of the pack. So too does a 12 of Zach Fritsch, who started on the front row. Now he finds himself all the way down into 26th spot. Right now he is our biggest, we'll call it loser of this race, as he's lost the most spots. But Brian Wang in the 0-5, he is the one that has made the most headway. Since the drop of the green flag, he is up 18 spots. So Brian Wang looking very good right now as he continues to work his way forward, now up 20 positions. Gabe Butler dropping down in that middle lane. Butler and the 33 gonna try and work together. The 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. Butler dropping all the way down to the yellow line. Oh, I am sorry. I do have to say hi to Liberty Fires. How you doing, Liberty? Thank you very much for joining us here tonight. And of course, Kevin saying hello. Kevin, how you doing? Hear you loud and clear, Kevin. Glad you are here. Kevin, not sure who you're voting for tonight. If you could, like, make it more clear. Who's Dale Cup? I don't know. But yeah, good to see you, Kevin. Good to see you, Liberty. Thank you guys for coming by and saying hello. New fast lap of the race just got turned by the 11 of Matt Wagner as we go on board. Wagner turning a 46.780. Wagner a little bit back in the pack here. He finds himself in 24th spot. Brian Wang, after making a charge to the front of the field, now finds himself mid-pack in that 05. He made it all the way up to the front row. And that line fizzled out, and the 05 has settled into 13th spot. So Wang tucked in behind the 2 of Nate Warren. Meanwhile, our race leader is the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. He throwing a big block there on John Guerrero. Big blocker, a tandem move down to the yellow line. Not sure which one that was. Josh Ball in the 1. Up 17 spots from where he started this race to take over the race lead. So Josh Ball becomes our biggest mover of the race so far. And as the field shuffles once again, we find the 6 and the 14 at the front of the field. Looking out the back of the 53 of Dave Hunt. Shawn Stevens in the Flip Daddies 27 is the first truck in the tow of the 53. All these guys have gotten single file here at the tail end of the pack. Off the roll bar of the 40 of Peter deBorja in the Extra Life machine. deBorja has lost 12 spots from the drop of the green flag. He finds himself making a move to the second lane, maybe going to have a run here as he tries to get to the outside of the 04 of Mark Mann. Alan Fritsch chiming in. How you doing, Alan? Good to see you. Thank you very much for saying hello. Guys, don't hesitate to say hello. Don't hesitate to cheer for your favorite driver. There you go, Alan. Loud and proud. Let that caps lock fly. Let me know who you were rooting for tonight. Because if you don't let me know, then, I mean, like, I can't put the camera on him. Like, I'm not going to put the camera on Zach, Alan, because, I mean, it's Zach. I mean, have you seen the boy lately? No, I'm just kidding. We'll absolutely go on board with the 12 of Zach Fritsch. He's a handsome boy. He's special. His mommy tells him so. I don't know about that. My mommy tells me I'm special. I do know that. So on board with the 12 of Zach Fritsch, finding himself in 11th spot. Tucked in behind the 59 of John Guerrero, the 19 of Zach Workman just ahead of him. Crosby Jr. in the 33. Richard Kuhn in the 47. So the 12 has some work to do to get out in front and score some stage points. Not much. He's sitting in 11th spot. Speaking of stages, stage number 1 going to end here when we get done with lap 25. Josh Ball in the 1, Dustin Logston in the 81. These guys make up the third row of this tandem line that we have. So Freis and Neagles out in front. Our entire field right now is separated by less than 2 seconds. So Kody in the 6, our race leader. Adam Kilday in the 85, sitting in 27th spot. These guys less than 2 seconds apart. You see the 6 move up to the high side as we ride on board with the 85 of Adam Kilday. I do not think that everyone can make it to the end of the stage from here. So it will be interesting to see when they come down pit road. We should see pit stops within the next 5 laps, maybe even have it completed within the next 5 laps. Keep in mind the yellow flag will not come out to end the stage. It will come out, of course, for a crash that needs to be addressed. So that does change your strategy just a little bit, because you have to factor in the possibility of this staying green, not only for stage 1, but also for stage 2. So do you run your fuel tank all the way out and hope for a caution, or do you try and be the first group on the pit road? Because from time to time, or I should say time and time again, we see that the first group that hits pit road is most often the first group to lead the next lap when all of the pit stops are done. So the 6 and the 25 and the 14. 3 Dales, 1 Cup. Here we go. Gabe Butler in the 88. Gonna try and play spoiler to Dale Cup games if he can. Josh Ball lurking right there as well. Down the back stretch as we're on lap 21 of 25 here in stage number 1. And the 25 decides to go single file with the 6 and the 14. So Dale Cup games running 1, 2, and 3 on the inside lane. Is this in preparation for a pit stop? Yes, it is. Here they come. They are peeling off for pit road. Brian Wang gonna join them. Brian Wang, very aggressive entry, but looked like he got it slowed down in time. We'll see if that works out for him. I think it is. Brian Wang having an excellent entry on the pit road. And he is down and away. Brian Wang gonna come away with this one leaps and bounds better than where he was. Gabe Butler in the 88, now in front of Dustin Logston in the 81. Kuhn and Guerrero in the outside lane. Here comes the next batch of drivers. Jeff Crosby Jr., Zach Fritsch, all these guys on the pit road. 3 wide entry. Fritchie with a great entrance in the 12. But Butler in the 88 stays out. Gabe Butler very close to making it to the end of the stage. I don't think anyone can make it, but I have been wrong time and time again. Gabe Butler gonna have 2 more laps to go in the 88. Logston right there with him. Richard Kuhn, Josh Ball. Gabe Butler came into tonight's race 9th place in the chase standings. A stage win will give him some much needed stage points. One of the reasons he is so far down the running order is because of how few stage points he has gotten. But here he is going to peel off for pit road, not able to make it to the end of this one. Josh Ball, however, has 1 more lap to go to earn him some stage points. Ball, a championship contender. This could be the shot in the arm that the number 1 needs. Came into tonight's race 39 points behind our stage, or I shouldn't say stage, but our championship points leader. Anthony English in the 44 making some moves. Adam Kilday right there as well. Here they come off of turn number 4 for the final time here in stage number 1. They're going to peel off for pit road. Oh, this could be a very bold move here. I have no idea who won the stage. They hit pit road as they were coming across the start finish line. And I don't know who won the stage. But that was an excellent move. Holy cow, because Kody gonna finish 5th in the stage, that I can tell you. But I don't know who won stage 1. I did not see the actual start finish line. So, holy cow. I was not ready for that outcome. Either way, a brilliant move by those drivers. They're paying the price right now, though, that's for sure. Anthony English leads that group. He's in 18th spot, and the yellow flag going to come out. Looks like trouble for the 1 of Josh Ball. Hopefully, under this caution, we'll get a word of who won the stage. Let's see if we can figure out what happened to bring out the yellow flag here. Morrison, Sanchez, and Ball look like they got all mixed up down the backstretch. Oh, and it looked like they were just trying to make room for Josh Ball. So caution flag coming out, and that means we're going to reset the field. And Kevin says, this one's for you, KR. I'm cheering for Kody Neagles, GOAT. I dig it, man. I dig it. Hope you guys know that if I do butcher your name, it's not intentional unless it is. And then if it is intentional, it's obviously intentional. So pit stops underway. Kevin Freis gonna win the race off of pit road. Vicente Guerrero in second. And I would like confirmation. So let me pull. Wait, let me pull this guy up. Hey, Zach, do we know who won stage 1?
It might have been Peter or Josh Ball. 2 seconds.
1, 2.
Well, Peter said he thinks it was him, and a bunch of people are saying they think it was him.
Okay, I'll go with Peter then.
Yep, go ahead.
Right, thank you. All right, so it's going to be the 40 of Peter deBorja then. How about that? This is a great strategy call. So great, in fact, that I wasn't even ready. Let's pull him up. Let's get talking to our stage 1 winner. Just Peter, you got yours on, bud?
Oh yeah, I do. Thanks, man.
Hey, the 40. I'm told the 40 won the stage, but I'm gonna be honest. You guys came across the start-finish line. I couldn't tell who it was. It was so close. But you did it on pit road, and that is what was astounding.
Yeah, I've been waiting for one of those. It seems like we've had a few of those situations come up lately where the stage would end right at that pit cycle, and it seems that everyone always gets bailed out by a yellow, and the guys who are short on fuel just get the pit and take all the points. But for once, it worked out in our favor there. It was kind of neat.
Man, I'll tell you what, it threw me off just a little bit in that, like I thought maybe you guys were gonna stay out and try and get across the line, but then you came down pit road and I was like, oh, this is even more brilliant because you still cross the start-finish line.
Yep.
And it still counts.
That's why we qualify, right? There was a couple of guys who I think their pit stalls were in like 21st or 22nd or 23rd and might have been right behind the line there, but so I don't know how early Josh's stall was, but I was afraid he was going to run out of gas in front of me, honest, because I know he was running more up front than I was in the stint, but he said on comms, he's like, I'm good on fuel. I'm like, all right. So me, him, Anthony, and Kilday were all running together there, and I was like, I think I got the best pit stall of the bunch of us. So as long as I roll through and, you know, a nose ahead, that's good enough. And I saw the leaders all blow past me there. We got bailed out by the caution for sure, but I needed the 10 points more than I needed an 11th place finish in the race, so we'll take it.
All right, well, one more strategy ask here. What would have happened if you sped on pit road and still crossed the start-finish line?
Man, I'm really not sure, but I would. I think you can't be listed as the leader if you have an active black flag. I'm not sure about that, but I seem to remember that happening before, where someone did that when they tried to drive through pit lane back when we used to get bonus points for leading laps, and then it didn't give them credit in the results file. But I'm not 100% certain. I would hope to just, if I did that personally, I would just be like, don't give it to me. But that's because I'm kind of an admin here, so I want to make sure I lead by example. But I would have a hard time taking it away from somebody else. So
sure.
I don't know. I'd probably treat myself differently that way.
Okay, well, tell you what, man, we're gonna go green flag racing. Nice job. Shout-outs, thank yous, anything real quick.
Yeah, my team's been awesome. Obviously, Bootnaka, Gabe, Eric, Jimmy, Brian. We got one Golden Knights. Keep cars close to the playoff chase. So thank you.
All right, that is our stage winner. Nice job, man. I'm gonna get you down there. Give me just a second.
Yep, thank you.
There we go. Peter deBorja winning the stage while taking the green flag, doing an interview. Holy cow. He had his work cut out for him there. Now I have to get caught up. Kevin Freis in the 25. out in front, along with the 14 of Vicente Guerrero, the 19 of Zach Workman there. Workman up a few spots by virtue of coming down pit road early in this one. Workman hit pit lane once that yellow flag came out. Everyone on the same strategy now. So that yellow flag did reset the field. So 2 cautions have slowed us down so far tonight. We're working lap 31. I do want to point out that one of the drivers who is in trouble coming into tonight's race, that is Dave Hunt, and he finds himself in the mix once again. Dave Hunt came into tonight's race 64 points behind the race lead. The only one doing worse than him is Shawn Stevens, and Stevens 73 points behind the race lead. Oh, here, I did do this. All right, let's look. This does not have the stage in it. Let's take a look at our point standings as they came into tonight. And I know it's not my normal graphic, but I am working with the best I can. So there are our championship contenders. And you can see down at the bottom, we do have Dave Hunt, Shawn Stevens, and they're hurting. Flip Daddy's 27, finding himself in 23rd spot. Dave Hunt in the 53. Right now he is in the mix. Trying to hold on, needs a good showing here. Zach Freis in the 12 drops down below the yellow line. He's going to lose some ground because of that. Freis in the 12 settles in somewhere mid-pack. Down below the 81 of Dustin Logston. The 82 of Dan Harrington. Demon Tech 82, you can find him on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. Make sure you check him out. Just stop by, say hello. Dan doesn't think I talk about him, but if you guys like go and say hello on his stuff and say KR sent me, just do it once so that Dan actually knows I do talk about him. It'd be great for me. Like, it'd help my ego. I don't care about Dan's ego. Do it for me, for crying out loud. No, actually, just go check out Dan. He does a heck of a job. He's one of those solid drivers who's gonna try and get through this one unscathed. Not quite. A little bit of a contact in the back. Oh, big contact in the back that time. Yellow flag is out once again, our third caution of the night. Let's see if we can back this up and figure out what happened to bring out our third caution. Dan Harrington got caught up in it. Several other drivers got caught up in it as well. Happened right here into the tri-oval. Let's take a look. Kevin Freis going around in the 25, and it's gonna stack up everyone behind him. Take another look here. Still not 100% sure what all went down there. Looked like maybe the 62 of Les Levy and another truck just not getting along together through the tri-oval. So yellow flag comes out and our field makes its way onto pit road. With that being said, I do need to step away for a drink. I am very parched, need some water. Won't go anywhere. Be right back after this.
You wanted the best, you got him for abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as our field is stacked up 2 by 2 side by side. We're going to let them loose once again. Want to give a shout out to Bubba Winningham. Thank you, Bubba, for stopping by, saying hello. How you doing, Bubba? Wish you were out on the track with us, but guess it's not meant to be for tonight. Hopefully we'll see you next week and or on Wednesday night. So here we go. Lights are out on the Chevy Silverado. Time to get back into it. Pace truck down and away. Vicente Guerrero, Nate Warren, green flag. Here we go once again. '14 of Vicente Guerrero leads the charge into turn number 1. He's going to drift up to the high side in front of the 2 of Nate Warren. Bubba, good to see that you'll be out there Wednesday night, man. Absolutely look forward to each and every time I get to call a race with you out there, you distinguished gentlemen. Oh my gosh, just getting to say your name, Bubba Winningham, makes me feel special. Speaking of special, Shawn Stevens in that Flip Daddy's 27, making his way forward, doing a good job at digging himself out of a hole. He's been down and out most of this race, but here he is, 10 laps to go in stage number 2, and he has a shot at the lead, and he is gonna take it. The 27 out in front. Anthony English in the 44 pushing on that back bumper. Another one of our big movers, the 4 of Rick Seabrands. He's making his way forward right now as well. You see the 53 of Dave Hunt down below the yellow line. Hunt just getting caught up in that most recent yellow. Maybe not wanting to burn another fast repair because he slammed that outside wall a ton and has probably burned that fast repair that each driver has. Vicente Guerrero being shuffled out, now tries to make something happen in the 3rd lane. Shawn Stevens staying tough down on the inside. Our stage 1 winner, the 40 of Peter deBorja, pushing on the 27. deBorja said it himself, he needs some of these stage points better than he needs track position, and it looks like he might get both here, as he has stage 1 win, and now he has track position for stage 2. English in the 44. In the middle lane, running very tight to the 14. Guerrero has the lead into turn number 1. Josh Ball, Jeff Crosby Jr. around they go. Big contact. Stevens gonna get involved. deBorja involved. Vicente Guerrero gonna come out of this one smelling like a rose. I don't know how an Italian stallion gets out smelling like a rose, but holy cow. That was a big pile of horse hockey for Vicente to be an Italian stallion. Shawn Stevens heavily tore up. Let's back this one up as once again the yellow flag comes out. And I think this one is going to do some damage to our lead lap trucks. Not sure how many fast repairs are left, but I think some of them have already been burnt. On board with Morrison. Logston gonna get through this one relatively damage free. Brian Wang able to squeeze through. Either way, a lot of damage to our trucks on this one. Pit stops back underway. Drivers who did not hit pit road: Vicente Guerrero, Kody Neagles, Robert Morrison, Gabe Butler, Zach Freis. They all stayed out. Our first truck come off a pit road. That is the 19 of Zach Workman. So everyone should have enough fuel to make it to the end of stage 2. And that is why we see a few trucks staying out and everyone else coming down pit road. Long pit stops for Peter deBorja, Dave Hunt, Jeff Crosby Jr., and Nate Warren. Hey guys, if you are enjoying the show that the drivers are putting on for you, do make sure that you hit that thumbs up. Let these drivers know that you appreciate the show they're putting on for you guys. Some of you have already told me who you are cheering for. If you haven't done so yet, don't hesitate. Let me know who you are cheering for loudly and proudly. And maybe, like, if you don't have a favorite driver, tell me who's the one driver you don't want to see win. If you have something negative, say it. We're at a racetrack. I do ask that you just keep it respectful because there are children watching. That's all I have to say. But you can say, hey, that 19 Zach Workman, I don't like him because his name's Zach. Which is true. I don't like anyone named Zach. Unless it's Zach Freis. And that's only because I like Alan. I don't even like Zach. I like Alan. His dad. It's like being stuck between a rock and a hard place. Zach Freis pays my bills. I don't like him, but I like Alan Freis. He's just a cool dude. These things happen. See, you can say not nice things and still be somewhat respectful. Everything I just said was made up, by the way, except for the fact I do like Alan. I will say that all of our trucks are down and away. We still have 27 trucks on the lead lap. I also like Bubba, winning him very, very much. And I'm only saying that because Bubba is in the same industry as I am, and I need to hold on to every branch possible. You never know when I may need to call up on Bubba and be like, hey, Bubba, I need a job. So, Bubba, you're the best looking man I've ever seen. I have no idea what he looks like. All right, so all 27 trucks are still on the lead lap. Oh, snap. There's Joshua Medlock. Josh just wrapped up a championship for OP on Saturday night. Josh, tell us a little bit about that championship race, man, as we get ready to go back to green flag racing. Here we go, the 14 and the 6 side by side. Gabe Butler pushing on the 6. They're going to have the advantage going into turn number 1. Josh, I like you very much. For those of you who don't know, Joshua Medlock and I worked together for my very first broadcast ever. And learned a lot from Josh. Learned a lot from Rudy over at Max Speed TV. And that's where you can find Josh Medlock in the Saturday Night OP Racing. Learned a lot from those guys. Think about them quite a bit. Everyone has to move on, do different things. And here I am still talking about OP. No matter what, it always comes back to OP. That's all right. I enjoy these guys here at OP Racing. Pretty sure Josh likes them. I know I like them. I don't know if they like us though, Josh. I don't know if they like us. Final few laps here in stage number 2. Had to take my shoes off to count. Stage number 2, Kody Neagles making a move on the outside with his teammate, the 25 of Kevin Freis. 3 laps to go in the stage. Trouble once again. Yellow flag not out just yet. Vicente Guerrero out in front, and now the yellow flag flies as the 14 of Vicente Guerrero was out in front. That is going to do it for stage number 2. And once again, there are several trucks torn up after some very long pit stops after our most recent yellow. I think we're going to see some more long pit stops with this one. Let's back this up and see who all got involved, as Workman looks like he might have been the first one to really get out of shape. Zach Workman in the 19 going for a spin. That one's not backed up far enough. Oh my goodness. All right. Still don't have it. Holy crap. Like 400 things happen between I don't think you guys understand, like, my timing and scoring registers almost every pass that has ever happened, and there was about 100 passes in that moment. So it looks like maybe the 19 and the 6 come together. Gabe Butler winning the race off of pit road. All right, let's talk to our stage 2 winner, that being the driver of the 14, the Italian stallion Vicente Guerrero.
What up, KR?
Vicente, how you doing, man?
Good. How about yourself?
Man, I'll tell you what, I am having too much fun up here tonight. That 14, bad fast, winning stage number 2, man.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I needed to get those stage points there.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I mean, because you fell out of the top 5, almost in the 10th place with your run last week. So, you know, stage points here, good.
Yeah, and hopefully I'll bring it home to victory lane and get another 5 points on top of that for winning. That's the goal. No guarantees, but yeah, that's the plan.
All right, man. Well, tell us a little bit about this stage number 2. It seems like everyone may be out for blood right now.
Oh yeah, it's points. And the stages are very important. So Everybody's out for blood. You want to stay close to the top leaders leading the points. You got to stay on points on the chase. You know, get the stage much as you can. If not, you're not going to have a chance because, you know, 10 points every stage is available. So that's 20 points. And if you win the race, what's that, 40 points? So you could get like 60 points total. So, I mean, that'll be huge if, you know, get enough points like that to turn it around.
Well, man, I'll tell you what, you still have a shot at this. We're kind of at the halfway point here. The 14, always a truck to be reckoned with. You got your teammates around you. What's the mentality there at Dale Cup as the three of you go after this one championship win?
You know, help everybody, you know, wherever they lie, you know, if they're in front of whoever, you know, I'm sure we'll be, you know, stuck together like glue. But the mentality is to, no matter what, we're going to see we get Dale Cup championship here this season. So that's it.
All right, man. Well, nice job picking up stage number 2. Shout outs, thank yous. Anything you need to add?
I'll give you a shout out, early shout out. I won't shout out anybody else till hopefully I make a podium and bring this thing back to victory lane.
All right, Vicente. Well, nice job picking up stage number 2. That is Vicente Guerrero, the Italian Stallion, bringing it home in the top spot for stage number 2. Nice job, man.
Thanks.
All right, let's get right back into it. We still have a race to finish out. Looks like the 6 of Kody Neagles is dropping to the back of the pack, maybe claiming that one as his fault. So he's gonna have to dig himself out of that hole. All 27 trucks still continue to be on the lead lap as the green flag comes back out. Richard Kuhn out in front, down on that inside line. Kuhn in the 47 leads the charge off of turn number 2 down the backstretch. Richard, not one of our championship contenders, but I'll tell you what, he could come away with the win here tonight. That'd be a lot like watching Michael McDowell leading at Talladega this weekend. Everyone starts rooting for him. Only hopefully the 47 has a better outcome than McDowell. But a lot of people always root for the underdog. Kuhn doesn't have a whole lot of wins stacked up here in OP, so hard not to cheer for the guy. Down the back stretch, the 47 and the 25. Door to door into turn number 3. Josh Ball washes up just a little bit. Peter deBorja in the 40, or stage 1 winner. Rick Seabrams in the 4, having to take a little bit of a move down below the yellow line just as we went on board with him. Nate Warren ahead. Josh Ball in the 1. This field has been on edge from the drop of the hat or the green flag, however you want to signify the start of the race. Somehow, despite everything that has gone down, we still have all 27 trucks on the lead lap. Last truck on the lead lap, that is the 6 of Kody. Matt Wagner under that caution flag chimed in saying hello. Matt, sorry I didn't see it, didn't address you, but Matt, you're doing double duty here, man. You don't need to be talking in the chat room while out there racing. Matt Wagner doing a good job. He had the fastest lap of the race until last time around, and that has now been given to the 12 of Zach Freis. He has the fastest lap at a 46.489. So Zach Freis, new fast lap owner of the race. Richard Kuhn in the 47 continues to lead. Click off some laps at the front of the field. Mark Mann in the 04 tucked in behind his teammate, the 4 of Rick Seabrands. It's good to see these guys out here. They're doing a part-time schedule here on Monday night. After many seasons as consistent competitors, they've had to step away, but anytime they show up, man, you better be ready because these are some super speedway stellar. I can't think of another S word that goes with driver. Steering wheel specimens. There we go. Super Speedway stellar steering wheel specimens. That's the 4 and the 04. How about that? Vicente Guerrero off of turn number 4 with the race lead. Guerrero, our stage 2 winner. Peter deBorja in the 40, our stage 1 winner. They're both within the top 5 right now. Our entire field currently separated by 1.5 seconds. Down the back stretch, that third lane being led by Zach Workman in the 19. Just about 3 laps ago, Workman was at the tail end of the field with Kody Neagles in the 6. And now he jumped up to the third lane. Workman trying to go for the race lead. Got a few more trucks to pass, but that momentum is on the outside lane for right now. And Zach Workman's gonna go around. He collects Peter deBorja, Jeff Crosby Jr., Matt Wagner involved, Anthony English. Yellow flag is out once again. Shawn Stevens going straight to pit road. Heavy damage on the 27. And Stevens needed to have a good run to stay in this championship chase. Dave Hunt getting a piece. Mark Mann. On board the 27 of Shawn Stevens. Crash happening ahead of him. Rick Seabrand saw it coming a mile away. He jammed on the brakes, got down below the yellow line. Anthony English, not so much. Great heads up move by the 4 of Seabrands. Go on board with the 4. All right, that being said, yellow flag out once again. And take another break. No one going anywhere. Be right back after this.
Whopper, 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 Junior, Double, Triple, Whopper, Impossible or Bacon Whopper, I rule this day. And BK, have it your way.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Welcome back. Where the green flag has just come out, Vicente Guerrero leads the field down the backstretch. Josh Ball in the 1 trying to challenge in the outside lane. For the first time tonight, we have our first casualty of the war, Shawn Stevens in the 27. He has gone behind the wall. It looks like his night is done. So Stevens out of the race. And with that, Shawn Stevens, who came into the championship battle tonight, 16th in the points running, now finishing last in this one. He is really in a desperate situation. I do not think that 27 going to be able to recover. He might be the first one that has to admit that his championship hopes are done and over with for this season. None of that is official. My math is quick math. It is not good math, but I can tell you it does not look good for the 27. As the field continues to cycle around, Vicente Guerrero and Josh Ball down on the inside lane. The 53 of Dave Hunt. He has been in multiple incidents here tonight, and that 53 still soldiering on. He is not giving up. Dave Hunt, though, his situation not much better than Shawn Stevens when they came into this race. Hunt was 64 points below our point leader, Kevin Freis, at the start of this race. Now, if Dave Hunt can win this race and go on a tear, he might have a shot, but he has got to finish strong and start racking up some points, because he is well and truly down the pecking order right now. But a solid showing right here with lap number 65 working on 66, and that 53 sitting as the leader in the middle lane. Man, good place to be right now. Falling back just a little bit. Josh Ball continues to lead in the one with a 14 on his back bumper. Looks like Eric Laurie falling back. Zach Workman in the 19, also another truck that this race has caught up with. He is all by himself. So Workman gonna try and get to the end of this race. But it looks like that truck no longer able to keep up with the draft. Eric Laurie in the 071 is another competitor who has fallen off the draft. So as Eric Laurie and Zach Workman do their best at the tail end of this field, Josh Ball and Dave Hunt do their best at the front end of the field. Working lap 69 of 100. Ball and Hunt, since the restart, have been some of our mainstays at the front. Vicente Guerrero and Richard Kuhn staying committed to the back bumper. You do have to be careful if you're on those back bumpers. don't want to overheat. So you have to keep an eye on your temperature gauge. Be aware that, man, if you start getting hot, you better jump out of line real quick. Trying to do some math here a little bit while I'm quiet. We are on lap 70. Last time we were on pit road was lap 60. I mean, that is really close to being I think they can do a one stop from here, but it is pushing the limit on both parts of this run. I mean, you have to stretch this run as deep as you can, and then that means stretching your next run to the checkered as deep as you can as well. I don't know. I don't think they can, but I mean, as soon as I say that, someone's gonna try it. It might just work out. There absolutely is no room for green-white checkered attempts with where they're sitting at right now. As the field continues to cycle around, these guys, I mean, like, I'm doing a broadcast while trying to figure out their strategy, and these guys, they're in their cars driving while trying to figure out their strategy. So, I mean, they are obviously also privy to more information than I have, so they know exactly how much fuel they got left, how far they can go in this run. I don't know how much they're saving. I'm telling you, it's going to be really, really close. Of course, a caution or 2 or 10 is going to change the outcome of this strategy all the way through, as we are riding on board with Richard Kuhn. And it looks like quite a few of them are getting single file. So they will be expecting to hit pit road here before too much longer. Dave Hunt in the 53, now down on the bottom. Not sure if that means he's getting ready to hit pit road this time or not, but man, they are getting very close. Oh no, they're not getting close yet. It's 5 laps. Yeah, 5 to 6 laps away. Sorry. 5 to 6 laps away from hitting pit road. Les Levy in the 62 had the early race lead. Got caught up in the early caution, now has recovered taking over that top spot once again. It's a good job by Les. Excellent recovery by the 62. Took him a while to get there, but I'll tell you what, Les picked up the win last week. He is absolutely looking to make it 2 in a row. And nothing motivates Les more than a little bit of spite, a little bit of I'm gonna take some points off the board of everyone else just because. And I like it. I like it. I can get behind that. Eric Glory in the 071 gonna go a lap down. He's now the first truck, 1 lap down. Zach Workman in the 19 has already been swallowed up by the field. He's at the tail end of this pack though. So Lori and Workman will have to work it out as far as who's gonna be the first truck 1 lap down. Bubba Winningham even says that he's looking for a Les Levy repeat. Absolutely could get behind that. Dan Harrington in the 82. No, he's not Les Levy. How about it if Dan Harrington can pull off a race win? How about John Guerrero in the 59? Do we have any John Guerrero fans out here tonight? Here they come hitting pit road for the first time. Guerrero, Levy, Hunt, Kuhn, and Reynolds all hit pit lane. That leaves the 82 of Dan Harrington out in front. 22 laps to go. This group who is hitting pit road absolutely cannot make it to the end of the race on one more stop. So we have to see how this plays out. Is anyone going to try and make it deep into this run by another 2 laps? Dan Harrington peels off. He's not going to risk it. Mark Mann, Robert Morrison, they peel off for pit road. Workman and Lori as well. That gives the race lead to the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. Nate Warren sitting in second. Josh Ball, Vicente Guerrero, Dustin Logston, and Rick Seabrands, your top 5 right now. Josh Ball peels off for pit road. Jeff Crosby Jr., Nate Warren stay out. Josh Ball, the only one to hit pit road that time. That is going to hurt him just a little bit. Crosby and Ball not really getting closed up by the 14. And here comes a very very large group of drivers on the pit road. In fact, it is everybody who has not pitted yet. So on the pit lane, let's look at our drivers who have pitted. That field being led by John Guerrero in the 59. So Guerrero, our driver who could come away with the race lead, will go on board with the 59 as he works his way around the outside of everyone who's made a pit stop last time by. Guerrero with a full head of steam. Jeff Crosby Jr. trying to get up to speed. And Jr. might be able to fend off the 59 here. And that is kind of how it's looking. The 59 is still coming, but here comes the 2 jumping up along with the 5 of Sanchez. And so with 18 laps to go, this race finally starting to wind down. Now we're just one pit stop away. I do not believe anyone can make it, but Sanchez, Warren, Crosby Jr., they have a shot. I mean, things have to go in their favor, and they have got to save fuel. But if this were to stay green all the way to the end, there's a possibility that they could make it to the checkered flag without coming back down pit road. And it is a large possibility, like it is way out there type of possibility. But right now they're not leading laps. They might be able to make something happen. Sanchez is leading in the second lane, or I'm sorry, on the inside lane. I just don't know. It'll be tight either way. I mean, it's like tight. $16 laps to go now. 24 trucks still in this race on the lead lap. Only one truck out of the race. That is the 27 of Shawn Stevens. Zach Workman, Eric Laurie, the only trucks not on the lead lap. Workman in the 19 is with this lead pack. Eric Laurie in the 071 finds himself running around all alone. And so Laurie in a world of hurt here. Another truck not looking at doing so well. That is Robert Morrison in the 74. Morrison, though, is on the lead lap. So he's doing a little bit better than Eric Laurie. Meanwhile, Sanchez, our race leader, Sanchez, one of the highest running points earners in this season that is not in the championship chase. So Sanchez very much capable of winning a race and stealing some points. We already saw Les Levy in the 62 steal some points last week. Could it be Sanchez who pulls off another upset win and causes chaos in our championship chase? So another lap down, Sanchez continues to ride around. Should anyone pit from here, they will be covered to make it to the end of the race, even if we have to use our 2 attempts at a green-white checkered. So the fuel window is open to make it to the end of the race. I do expect to see some trucks on pit road, because I do not think that everybody can make it to the end. However, I do think that there's going to be at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trucks that are going to try and make it to the end. Maybe a few more. We'll see. Like I said, I don't do good math, I do quick math. And yeah, quick math is not good math, by the way. On board with the 12 was Zach Fritsch, who is tucked in behind the 05 of Brian Wang. Brian Wang running the Anime Express 05. Apparently Wang has never left his parents' basement and has picked a waifu in pillow form. I don't know what else to say. I mean, I like the paint scheme. I think it's hilarious. And all the jokes kind of write themselves, so I was trying it out. Ryan, an accomplished driver. Maybe he hasn't left his parents' basement. Maybe he is only 12 years old. I don't know. Every time I talked to him, could have been using a voice changer. Who am I to judge? Either way, that paint scheme's fire, and it's still the Anime Express. I don't care what you say. Meanwhile, at the front of the field, John Guerrero, Dave Hunt, Richard Kuhn, but Kuhn falling back as he's stranded in that third lane. We have 10 laps to go. Dave Hunt in the 53. In the outside lane, Kevin Freis in the 25, pushing on him. A lot of things happening at the tail end of this field as we have gone 3 wide now. Few of the drivers have decided it is time to go. It is time to start making our move for the end of the race. And so we see it as we are 3 wide with Gabe Butler, Peter deBorja, and Brian Wang. 8 laps to go. I don't know about you guys, but man, I'm not sure if they're making some moves here, because they know that they have a pit stop, or if they know that it's time to start making moves because they have enough fuel to get to the end. On board with the 25 of Kevin Freis, who right now is in the thick of things. Freis going to give a big shot to the 05 there. And Brian Wang to the front of the field by virtue of healthy shove from the 25. Gabe Butler in the 88, our race leader, Peter deBorja in the 40, pushing on that back bumper. Six laps to go. I don't know about you guys, but I don't know who can make it. I mean, everyone's going to be so close on fuel. No one's hit pit road yet, almost as if they expect a yellow flag to come out and save them. But we are just a few laps away from that not being an issue. Starting to have a little bit of a breakaway. Dave Hunt, Les Levy, John Guerrero, and Dan Harrington have hit pit road. Four laps to go. This one is starting to wind down, and our strategies are coming up. We'll see which one is the right call. Gabe Butler in the 88, our race leader. Brian Wang in the 05 on the outside lane. He's going to hit pit road this time, if at all. Richard Kuhn in the 47 peels off. He's going to pit all by himself. Morrison, Workman, and Laurie on pit road. Workman down and away. He gets past easily. Butler and Wang now with 3 laps to go. Last time this group was on pit road was lap 81. We do 100 laps here. That is right on the edge of making it. Should we get a caution, it could help out, but at this point it goes into extra laps, and that means that's not helping out. Mark Mann in the 04 has to peel off. Two laps to go. Trouble. Around they go. Multiple trucks down below the yellow line. We're going to stay green because that took it below the racing surface. No caution flag coming out, even though there were multiple trucks involved. Within the last few laps of the race, it is all iRacing control. So Nate Warren getting caught out, along with a few other trucks. I did not catch all of them. Looked like maybe the 44 Anthony English as well. but it's iRacing controlled, and if you spin down below the racing line, iRacing will not throw the yellow. Here they come to the flag one more time around. These guys truly going to try and stretch it as far as they can. Brian Wang, your race leader. Gabe Butler in the outside. He might have something to say. Everyone checking up big time right there. Or I should say the closing rate was very fast. Down the back stretch. Wang, Butler leading their respective lanes. Who's going to make the move at the right time? Butler falling back. That's going to leave Peter deBorja a lane to jump up. He does so. Contact with the 88 and the 33. Here they come off of turn number 4. Coming to the line. It looks like it's going to be none other than the 40 of Peter deBorja picking up the win here tonight after a long drought here on Monday night. Wins the 40 of Peter deBorja, wins a stage and wins the race. Stretched that fuel as far as he could and made it to the end. How about that? And the 40 of Peter deBorja might be out of fuel along with everyone else. deBorja creeping to the line. Let's go ahead and take a look at our results. Peter deBorja, our race winner. Brian Wang brings it home in second. Gabe Butler third. Fourth place goes to Zach Fritsch. Kevin Freis fifth. Sixth, Jeff Crosby Jr. Kody Neagles seventh. Eighth, Matt Wagner in the 11. As the 40 spins it around, but that looks like he is out of fuel. Great donut with no fuel in it. Sanchez 9th, 10th, Adam Kilday, Rick Seabrand's 11th, 12th goes to Anthony English, Josh Ball 13th, 14th, Dustin Logston, Nate Warren 15th, 16th, Mark Mann, Dave Hunt 17th, 18th, Les Levy, Dan Harrington 19th, 20th, John Guerrero, Richard Kuhn 21st, 22nd, Jimmy Reynolds, Vicente Guerrero 23rd, Robert Morrison 24th, Zach Workman 25th, 26th goes to Eric Laurie, and Shawn Stevens in 27th spot. So let's go ahead and kick off our post-race show interviews by talking not only to our stage winner, but now it is our race winner. That is the 40 of Peter deBorja. And Peter, what a nice job out there. That 40 ran out of fuel without being able to do a burnout. A little bit disappointed in your post-race victory after this long drought.
Well, I could have done burnouts, but it probably would have required me to finish like 10th or 11th and have a little more fuel left in there. But oh man, I didn't think I thought we were gonna die there. I thought we were gonna get the yellow with a couple to go, but man, everything just kept breaking our way as a team. And I saw Gabe go up there, and I thought him and Kevin were gonna start going away. And when he started fading back, it was, all right, we can line this up for a team 1, 2, 3, and yeah, I have no idea. We never get this lucky. It just seemed like everything broke our way tonight.
Well, man, I'll tell you what, that 40, a stage win, a race win, you needed to haul points here tonight. You picked up some big points. How do you think your championship race is going to go from here on out?
Well, yeah, I like this shot a lot better than if we didn't win, but we're only halfway through, right? We still got 3 more of these things, so it's one more trip to 08, one more trip to Daytona, where it's seemingly decent all of a sudden, and another trip at Talladega, obviously. So obviously the Dale Cup guys are gonna be really tough to beat. They've been insane all season, and I think Kody and Kevin still ended up with decent finishes tonight too, and got a bunch of stage points. So I don't know how much I really gained on them, but you can't pass them unless you're nearby if something bad were to happen. So if they have a rough night or something like that, I hope to be the next guy up, but it's going to take a lot of work.
All right, man. Well, nice job. Shout outs, thank yous. Anything else you need to add for tonight's outstanding run?
Yeah, shout out to Dude Conrad. I know he hasn't been with us for a few weeks. I know he's been real busy with work stuff and would love to be out here doing some pretend race cars, driving around in circles. But Boot Knocker Boss, man, we're thinking about you. And Jimmy, Brian, Eric, and Gabe were just excellent to run with all night. I thought Gabe was going to get the win there, and it was looking real nice for him, and then he just didn't have any help. And I wanted to jump up there and make sure he didn't fall back to like 4th or 5th, and we could salvage something out of his championship here attempt, because last week was so mean to him. So Brian's been awesome for us all season. Every time he needs us to fill in, and he's just, another top 3 finish, another interview. I think he's got 3 top 10s and 3 starts, and 2 of them are podiums. So sick average finish. He's showing everyone why he was a Final Four driver before, and he's a busy student, not able to race with us as much as he used to, but doesn't mean he doesn't have as much talent as he used to. So he's been killing it, and obviously Jimmy and Eric are just the perfect teammates, man. They're always looking out, and I think Jimmy just drove 4 seconds behind the pack to try and help Eric, and then drove back up to help me when I was about to fall off. So I know it's me and Gabe and Brian getting the interviews, but we can't do it without those guys.
All right, man. Well, once again, nice job. An outstanding race for you. Big shot in the arm, and you needed it after that long drought of victory lane here on Monday nights.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
That is our race winner, the 40 of Peter deBorja. What a nice man. He's a nice guy. I like him. Now let's move on to our second place finisher, and that is the driver of the 05, the Anime Express, the Holo Live 05, Brian Wang. Nice job, Brian.
Thank you.
Well, congratulations on second place. Tell us a little bit about how you did it, because it seemed like some fuel strategy was involved in this one.
Yeah, the final caution brought out some fuel strategy to where we had to save for the first stint so we could make it on the one stop, but then we could pretty easily just push flat out from there. And I was just right place, right time towards the end. I was able to get to the front from the third line with Peter and Gabe. So right place, right time.
Well, man, nice job on bringing it home in second place. Shout outs, thank yous, anything you need to add?
Yeah, thanks to you for the broadcast. Thanks to everyone at OP and all of the admins here at OP, and teammates Gabe, Jimmy, Eric, and Peter.
All right, man. Well, once again, nice job, and congratulations on the podium finish.
Thank you.
All right, now let's move on to our third and final step of the podium. And you'll have to forgive me if I'm a little bit gun shy, because the last time I said he was the third place of the podium, he wasn't the third place of the podium. But I think I got it right this time. Gabe, can you confirm or deny third place here tonight?
No, I'll put my best Dave Hunt voice on and say, yes, I'm in third place.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on third place for this one here tonight. That 88, a very solid truck, had that thing out in front all night long. Tell us a little bit about your race.
That was kind of a rough race, and I kind of would drive through the pits sometimes under caution and come back around and get 4 tires the whole time. And with 4 tires here, if other people didn't take them, you can get up front pretty quick, and we did, and we kept doing that. I mean, it's kind of a risky thing, but in the end there, it worked out for us, and it helped with the fuel too, because driving through and then come back around and top off at the same time, squeeze a little bit more fuel in there, and it was really a fuel mileage race there till we knew we had enough, and when we figured we could finally go for it, we did, and things worked out in our favor. We got a 1, 2, 3 for the team, which is great.
All right, man. Well, nice job bringing up that final podium for that 1, 2, 3 of the team. Gave this championship battle. You've fallen down the order a little bit, but here tonight, maybe this points haul puts you right back into it. 3 races left to go. How do you tackle them?
I just got to go for it, man. Just, not be as conservative, just go all out and see where the cards fall, and we'll deal with what we got.
All right, man. Well, nice job. Anything else you need to add that you haven't said yet?
Just a big shout out to the team tonight. They did a fantastic job. OP for putting this on, and all the admins for all the hard work they do, and of course yourself, KR, up in the booth on Turn 3 Racing Network. Man, can't wait to look at this one.
All right, that is Gabe Butler, our third place finisher for tonight. Gabe, nice job.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
All right, that being said, guys, nothing left now but to cry and move on. Wait, no, I'm not crying. You're crying. It's raining in my house. No, it has nothing to do with the end of the race. I'm just sad it's over. Guys, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you all enjoyed the show. I look forward to seeing you all next Monday night. Don't forget, Wednesday night, starting to close up, wrap up their championship as well. So I hope you guys tune in for that. So once again, here from the Turn 3 Racing Network, want to thank everyone here at OP Racing. Want to thank Butt Kicker. Want to thank Sim Rap Market. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Thank you guys for entertaining me while I was up here in the booth all by myself. And so until next time, y'all stay safe. Have a good night.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.